So welcome back to my podcast over here. So what I'm doing now is I'm understanding that no matter what, I have some eternal souls speaking to me, and it's all I love I. Alright, now since I'm understanding that you guys have to understand that you sometimes have to catch a bus, and you have to catch a train, and you have to go the way of poor to rich. And you must understand, I was born in a poor family, unfortunately. Now, if you have to understand rich or poor in life and how you were born, I went poor. I went poor before. I'm never poor now. But I'm understanding I was born in a poor family. I mean, poor how? I mean, poor financially. I was born in a family of people who never have $1 million in their bank accounts. I was born in a family that never have $500,000 in their bank accounts. I was born in a family that never have $100,000 in their bank accounts, man. I mean, let's just say $100,000. I mean, for 28 years of my life, I found myself around my biological family who never have $100,000 except I. I mean, I is everything though. And now either way, I promise you, now that's the kind of background I grew up with. I grew up in a background of a family that has never had $100,000 in their bank account. You understand? But I have more than that. I have more than $100,000. I'm something different. I mean, how do I do that? I mean, how do I go and achieve much more than that? I mean, the words is how you do it. I mean, the words is how you actually live life. But if you're on the bus, I mean, you either go all the way to the back or all the way to the front. I mean, that's how I'd go on the buses. I'd go on the buses all the way to the front or all the way to the back. Understand? Because that's how I feel that life is better. I'm never anywhere in the middle. I mean, either way. I mean, now, if I'm in the middle, I may be the center of attention over there. I make sure I'm the center of attention. But in the bus, I'm all the way in the front and all the way in the back. And now, why is that? I realize that at the front of the bus, I can see the road ahead of me. But at the back of the bus, I can see the front of the bus. And that's it. I can see people in front of me, and that's it. Whereas now, I feel safer at the back of the bus and at the front of the bus. But in the middle of the bus, there's more danger in the middle of the bus than there is at the back of the bus and at the front of the bus. I mean, why is that? Because people all the way at the back of the bus have less people at the back of them. Understand? But at the front of the bus, you have a bus driver. But never rely on other people. But you have more in the front bus over there. I mean, there's more of a pleasure kind of thing where it's just you, where you can understand that you have more when you turn your back on everything else except you, in a way that you're learning. It's not about danger, but it's more about you understanding that you're just much more able to watch the road. You're much more able to go and signify something better. Unfortunately, now, if you understand that some people have attraction for you in a way that they want you behind the scenes in a deeper way, or physical realm kind of thing. And now, if it's physical realm, it's much more sexual in terms of the genitals hitting each other, and they want you like that. I mean, I'm saying, but they want the words behind you as well. So I seen this bank woman as well. I seen her straight away, and now she accepts me. But then I see her turning a bit shifty on me. And she turns a bit shifty on me, I see it. But anyway, I'm probably sure now, because that happens, which it's very unattractive for me. Which it's very unattractive when people are holding back information from me. And so I never go to that bank or anywhere in terms of life where people never want to answer me. In terms of questions and in terms of anything, in terms of where they're holding back information. So I don't want to go places where they hold back information from anything. So I make sure I never go to those people only. And now I understand that. I never go to the people who are holding back information from me. Now, if anybody's holding back information from you, it's because they're cheating on you. And that's it. That's all it is. So what I focus on now is I just travel around, and I go and do my grooming session at my biological dad's. And then I go to the nice and beautiful office works right away. And I'd rather go and do this now. I'd rather just go and get my business cards right away, and then go do my grooming session. And then I make sure I can go and do what I need to do. I can go to Liverpool again with the bus and train. And either way, I can go and find myself doing better. To go around the hospital over there and walk over there and just place my nice and beautiful business card around people's cars around that area. I can see exactly which area it is, but the thing is that if you're promoting your business cards and you're promoting yourself, and you're talking to people and also promoting your events and also your business card, make sure that you're at the event. Make sure that you are at that event and that you give the money for that event. And make sure that you're calculating your money. And make sure that you're on top of the money. So what I want to do is I want to be on top of my money always. So making sure that now, I just look at my money now, and I'll tell you exactly how much I have in terms of money, is all the words. Or should I have more than the money I see. Understand? Because the money I have is the words I give you. Or that's all the money I gave in life. So the more your words, the better your money. Rosh, now I understand some people have more money than words. Rosh, they're very unhappy people. Rosh, they have more money than words. I have more words than money. Rosh, there's a big difference. Now I understand that. So what I do is, since I have here much more, I make sure I can do everything subliminally as well. So making sure always that I focus upon understanding something. If I understand anything about life, it's much more how I feel. And it's much more how people look at you as the lowest of the low if you have anything under $100,000 in your pocket. Or they see you as the lowest of the low. But I see you as the highest of the high because everybody has Jesus Christ. Would you rather have Jesus Christ in your life or money in your life? I'd rather have Jesus Christ in my life. Understand? So that's how I feel. So if you understand anything about life, then always do plus equations with everything, and make sure that you understand how to calculate everything upon what you're doing to make sure that you have more enough of what you need. So every single day I'm learning very quickly upon understanding my life. So I have $1,024 and more, and I understand that no matter what, and since that's the case, I understand the 25th of May is coming up. So I understand 1 week, I have 2 weeks. Whereas now this is 15 and 16 and 17 and 18 and 19 and 20 and 21 and 22. Whereas now I have over here, let's say $1,024. I say minus 500. I say $524 divided by how much, or else divided by how many days over here. So I realize anyway, or else it's 22 days, is it? Or else now either way I realize 14 and 15 and 16 and 17 and 18 and 19 and 20 and 21 and 22. Or else, so I divide by 22, I have $23 a day and more. Or else now, since I see that number, I'm much more healthier to be able to go and continue my process of what I'm doing. And I have plenty of money to the event, otherwise. But I want to understand this, that this is my best opportunity to do so with what I'm doing right now in terms of my event, to just be able to promote my event for free. Because when I promote my event like this for free, guess what? I'm learning regardless for free. Other people give me money to make an event like this, and I'm learning very quickly. I'm using social security money, social government money, to make my 20th birthday with 100 people at my seminar. And I'm using the government's money. I'm using social security for that. And I said, so no matter what, you guys can see straight away how I made my first event. But guess what, bro, if they force me to work a 9-to-5 job, then guess what? I make my first event anyway, regardless. I put all the money into my event quickly. So what I do is I never waste time anymore. I never waste my time in regards to what I'm doing. And I'm always making sure that I always have that nice and beautiful empathy going. And when there's a nice and beautiful promotion of you happening daily, then guess what happens? That you feel every single time that if something's happening, if you just get 2 portraits, or if you just get 2 signs saying your name, and you promote yourself with that portrait of yourself for that event, and you place it somewhere around town somewhere, just like you've seen, or in any kind of way where somebody may have a portrait of themselves, and that's more of a business card than actually going car to car and promoting yourself. And I understand that now. I understand that some guy has promotional tags in terms of posters that they may place on certain fences or certain places where people are driving their cars, and they're promoting their face in a nice and beautiful poster image and people are driving past to see what's happening. But guess what? I promise you, it's much more how I feel. That those people never understand how people further from, let's say, that nice and beautiful poster are unable to see the words. So you have to go and place the poster somewhere where people can see the words. And that's it. Right now, I see the nice and beautiful equations here. To make sure, either way, I have to stop. I have to stop here. Now, I focus upon understanding. I want to be very quick to the notion of my life. Focus upon understanding I need to do better and better and better to love my life. So just make sure I'm always giving life to the fullest. I'm making sure that you guys understand quickly upon my life in different ways. And because I'm very much more successful now, I'm much more learning about, let's say, promotion about me and how the footage is rolling. And I'm doing greater and greater and greater upon what's happening with my life. And I block people in my life. Since I block them on Facebook because I never want to talk to them. And that's it, I never need them in my life. I never need those people because they're just cheap people for me. I mean, since that way I understand either way that what I do is I move on. And they're cheap people for me because they never speak in words like me. I never need those people. But my mentors are something different. And they speak more words than these other people. Whereas now, because I understand that, whereas all I need is Jesus Christ and His information. So that's why I'm understanding either way. That when I say that, it's the best kind of scenario for myself to grow, and because I grow daily, I'm making sure I'm much more preparing myself for a better time. But I make sure all the time now that I can promote myself and my name better. So what I have to do is promote these nice and beautiful portraits of myself on the street somewhere. And what I want to do is every single time I understand that people in cars never care about that. I mean, people in cars never care about the portraits or sound, or they never care, I promise you. People in cars never care about your portraits that are on pole, or they never care about portraits that are on poles somewhere. I mean, why is that? I feel the tension. I feel they are jealous. I feel many people are jealous, but is there people who understand anything about life? And most, yeah. But now, never ever promote yourself on poles somewhere. I will never get a portrait to promote your face and name on a fence somewhere. And now why? Because now on a fence somewhere, it's much more how you have to go to the city for that. I mean, get your portraits and get what you have in terms of signals and go where the most people are. I mean, go where the most people are and promote your signs there is the best way. So I see some guy promoting his name around the local area around here in Liverpool, 1 hour away from the city. I promise you they never give a fuck about him. They never give a fuck about him, I promise you. And why? I mean, they never care about him because you must understand the information of what he's trying to promote is so small from here. I can see it from here, and I can see letters below the Ice Christ. I can see the Ice Christ is large words from here, but the actual small words, I see small words from here. I mean, what is he trying to promote there? I mean, where is the event? I mean, look, I can see the event from 9th of, I can see 9th of Saturday, April 10th, 10th of April, blah, blah. I mean, either way, I mean, that's an old promotion. And I mean, that promotion's gone already. Like, his signature is already there. I mean, guess what? There's no tags on that. There's no Instagram on that. I mean, there's no Instagram on that. I mean, guess what I can do? I can promote my name like that. I can promote my name like that. So what I can do is I can go and place something right next to his promotion, and I never want to cover his promotion because that's very cruel to cover other people's promotion. But what I can do is I can place promotional tags somewhere around life around here, and I can place my Instagram. I can place my Instagram tag. And now all I do is I go see a fence somewhere and I say my nice and beautiful name, and I put my name on the actual frisbee of that nice and beautiful tag, and let it be that way. And all I do is I say Daniel Voyage Instagram. And now people 24/7 can find me in this nice and beautiful promotion here. Do you guys understand? So either way, if I do that, promotion is the best. And it's for free. If you want to signal yourself promotion for free around town, then you can, and you can do it anywhere. You can promote yourself anywhere with these tags. And you put on you put your nice and beautiful event page, or whatever you're doing, in terms of events, or maybe your business card. But your business card is the best way. And all you do is you make a new promotion for yourself. Make a new promotion for yourself where you specifically promote this as your nice and beautiful Instagram page. And now put your image rather than the Instagram image. And now why is that? Now if you understand anything about life, that if you put your image with just your name, guess what happens? People start searching for your name somewhere. But guess what? Now place a signal of a nice and beautiful Instagram logo as well, with your image, on some type of image out there. And promote yourself. Promote yourself where you can. I'm understanding now that since I'm doing this, I'm making sure that no matter what, if you want to, let's say, rip people's promotion off, since it's gone and it's out of date, guess what? You can. You can, but do you do it? Now what does Jesus Christ do there? Jesus Christ says, this is nice and beautiful. It's out. That one there, it's gone already. When Jesus Christ says, if you want your promotion there, Jesus Christ says, that's a nice question. Jesus Christ says, his face is promoting himself, but Jesus Christ says, look at the date. The date's gone. When Jesus Christ says, remove it straight away. I can remove this nice and beautiful promotion. And that's why I'm understanding. That's a beautiful question. So what I do, now since I'm understanding that, I always ask Jesus questions. I'm asking Jesus questions all the time. But that's a beautiful move, Jesus Christ says. Because people can see me all the way around now. What I do now, to promote myself on highways, simply, I'll go make sure I place my actual promotion on the actual fence somewhere where people can find me. And that's it. Whereas now that fence there, somebody owns it, somebody can tear it down. You must go and really see to place your promotions somewhere where other people can never touch your promotion. Place your promotions in a way that other people never rip it off, because it's still valid. You understand? And since I'm always understanding that now, or else that's no blockages. So make your promotions no dates. If you just promote events, if you promote events where it's the 28th of May, for example, then after the 28th of May 2021, then my business card that I promote is invalid anymore. But my business card, Daniel Voyage Instagram, is valid forever. That's forever valid. So only ever promote anything that's valid for you every single year. And always. So if you want to create these massive events around yourself, and you want to do something massive for yourself, then promote anything that's valid only. So that's why I promote my Instagram now. But promote your Instagrams and promotions on people's fences where it's, let's say, never their property. But it's more, that fence there is the government's property, and it's the local council's property. Now, I understand they can never rip this off. But yes, they can. They can come and rip it off. But guess what? That's more something different. If I promote myself there, it's more how, that's a free zone to do so. Why is that? Why is that a free zone? Or else it's because that's the kind of fence it is. It's a fence where it's a free zone. Yes, people come there and promote themselves. Go and promote yourself where people promote their type of promotions. So look for places, look for places where people are placing their products, and go in there and rip it off and put you on there. That's exactly what you need to do. I understand Jesus Christ says that one. Go and promote your promotions where other people promote their promotions, and see why are they actually promoting their promotions on that. I mean, you understand? Because why? I mean, why is it on that fence specifically? I mean, Jesus Christ says that it's because that fence right here is more for promotion. And it's that kind of information, isn't it? I mean, that information of that is more the fence that people can promote on. I understand, but Jesus Christ says that eventually somebody can rip your nice and beautiful poster off. I understand, but guess what? Actually, it's still worth it. Actually, I mean, now that means that you can go and promote your nice and beautiful promotion anywhere you want. And go and promote it anywhere you want. And as long as it's promoting, it means that other people are never ripping it off. And that's it. I mean, understand, because other people saying, you deserve it, mate. I mean, you deserve it, mate. I understand, so that's how it is. So I understand that now, so I can place my beautiful promotion anywhere I want. And other people can rip it off. And that's what I was experiencing in Brisbane. And I was promoting my nice and beautiful business cards over there. And guess what? People were coming to see me for free. And then guess what? Then the cleaner says, hey, we took your business cards, man, because you're making too much rubbish around here. I understand? Because they never want me to promote myself. I understand? So they had to come tell me personally. So that'll be, or else now my stuff is now rubbish. But what I do is, anyway, I move on. Because that's a reflection of them. I understand? I mean, every single day, I understand that no matter what you want to do, otherwise, I make sure I'm always much better. I'm always doing much better. I'm making sure no matter what, I can still remember that stupid idiot who was getting my business cards and chucking them in the bin in front of my face. I have business cards on the floor, and I'm promoting my nice and beautiful business cards on the floor, and guess what's happening? I mean, he's putting it in the bin, and he's one of those cleaners who's cleaning up the floor, and he's cleaning up my business cards from the floor, and putting it in the bin, man. I mean, what are you doing? I mean, this is my busking event, man. I'm busking over here. I mean, look at my event. I mean, anyway, I mean, what's important is just be able to go and get the information you need to succeed. And now, is it worth it that I went to the bank? I promise you, yeah. I promise you, it's so worth it. And now I need to go and promote myself to people. And now, is there a better way for me to promote myself now? I promise you, yes. But do I have to promote business cards now? I promise you, yes. I still have to do the car one. And now, why? I mean, why do I have to still do car promotion? I promise you, it adds to my promotion. I promise you, that's different. Now, because I do that, I promise you, it's much more likely to succeed. I have to be doing that. But now I want to add different promotions too. And what I want to do is I want to go make posters. I want to make posters, and now that's the thing. I'm promise you, now what I want to do is, if there's no image of you, then guess what people do? Or should people never care about an Instagram logo, or should they care about your face? Or should you must understand that. Or should, now what I do is I make sure I make a nice and beautiful logo and make a poster. Make these posters, put on a fence somewhere. Put on a fence. And as I put on a fence, I shall succeed, always. And there's always people around town. I'm probably sure I can see straight away where I can post my nice and beautiful posts around town. I can see straight away how I realize really hardcore, and I really realize how I can just go and do greater. I understand, but the nice and beautiful promotions on my face on actual buses is something even better. I understand that right away. I mean, being able to promote myself on these buses with my name on it right away is the best way. I mean, that's the best way of promotion around local areas. And either way, approaching all I put on that is my Daniel Voyage Instagram, and that's it. Whereas now I have to go see how much it is for me to do that. I mean, there's a certain amount of money I have to give for that. And all I do is I promote in that area, and I never promote in that area again. And there's only a limit. I mean, there's a limit on that. But is there really? Approach, yeah. Approach on that bus, approach, I can promote in every single area of Australia. And then after Australia, approach, no. Approach, not. Understand? So what you can do with those things is promote in the most popular areas first. And we go and put your nice and beautiful name with the bus in the most popular areas is what you need to do. And that's more enough for you. So where is the most popular area in Australia? It's Sydney. And now where is the most popular place in Sydney? It's in the CBD of Sydney. And get those buses there and get your promotion there on the buses and put your face on the bus and make people see you just there. which that's target advertising. And that's how you that's how you market and advertise yourself with a bus. I say yes. Because there's 6.5 million people and more in Sydney. So anyway, I see my first promotion with a bus tag is in Sydney now. And then it goes, from that point, then I go to Melbourne. And then I go to Brisbane. And then it goes to Adelaide. And then it goes to Perth. Before Adelaide I go Perth. And then it goes Adelaide. And then it goes, what it does now, I have to go Hobart. And then I go Darwin. And then I go Alice Springs. And then let it be. Whereas now, since Alice Springs only has 25,000 people, I'd rather go Newcastle and do a Newcastle, because over there's more people. So that's the thing. Go where there's more people in population. And that's it. Just go by number. And that's how I just went over now, much more financing. Because either way, I'm learning very quickly upon how to actually speak and do life. And I'm always understanding how I can really realize who's single and who's never single. But I understand she's over there is single. Because I understand that what's important is understanding that if they feel unattractive for you, then they never actually want to be with you. So what's important is understand that they want to be with you, but it's much more how you need to just go and do something, to talk on the phone with somebody, and then understand either way, you look attractive. But never ever ride a bicycle anywhere. I'll never ever be one of those people riding bicycles. Why is that? I'll tell you right now. But if you want to ride a bicycle, then only ride it to go traveling somewhere to see a new area quickly with a bike. It's the only time you get a bike. And that's the only time you get a bike. You should never ever drive a bike other than that moment. Scooters now. Scooters is different. And never ever drive a scooter. Never drive a scooter because scooters are stupid. People steal scooters and bikes and everything. So what you have to do is, I never saw anything, but everything is the word I. And now, I had my scooter stolen 3 times in Melbourne. Understand? They just go taking people's scooters in front of their faces. I don't know. Understand? They believe they own the road. They believe they own the world like that. And they can go steal a car. They can go steal, in front of your face. They never care about you. Understand? But make sure you understand that what you need to do is never try to hit people violently for stealing. Never try to hit them for stealing you. Never try to hit them. Never try to hit them for stealing your content and what you are. I went in Melbourne and this person was stealing my content, and I ran 300 meters to hit this guy in the back of the head in front of his boys, and then there's 14 of them. There's 14 people. I ran and just went to hit him. That was stupid. That was stupid of me. But guess what? Now, because I've done that, I just went away. But luckily, I understand either way. There's 14 of them, and I did use the scooter as my weapon. And that's why they was never trying to attack me. Understand? But what you do is realize that it never did teach them nothing about that. If you're approaching violence, never teaches nothing about life. Understand? So all it really did teach them is to keep going. But who can teach them about that? Because only themselves, regardless of you. They've never seen you trying to steal anything. When you're teaching them here. But what's that saying? What it's saying, that is, I realize that only they can teach themselves about you. Only they can teach themselves about how never to steal. Understand? So they keep stealing until they learn. They keep being criminals. And they keep killing people until they keep killing people until they learn. I love that. Never kill people. Never kill anything. But what you need to realize all the time, I realize you need to focus upon a greater life for yourself. And you need to realize that no matter what age you are, you can always find yourself in a better situation. There's always a better situation. But my dreams are coming true because why? I'm speaking my words. I love that. I'm speaking my words. But now I understand anyway. I see my bus promotions, and now my nice and beautiful, let's say, my nice and beautiful posters. That's different. Now, if I go to the center of the CBD to promote myself with posters, that's different now. There's more over here where I have to give money to promote myself like this. I can do that, but now I understand that. What I want to do now is a little bit, I want to ask people how to promote my posters like this, and how to do it with people. And I have to get that information, and I have to call the council, and that's it. I want to be able to just give this guy money now, and let's have a look how my phone actually helps me to do this. I never pause anything, but keep going, thank you. I make sure Whereas either way, guys, I mean, you heard the actual machine. The machine was not, that machine was never allowing me to do my content. So let's have a look over here. I mean, all I do now is I just let it be. But I was trying to give, and guess what? I should let it be. I shall receive better, because guess what I do? I make sure that you guys can see that I have money over here in my account. But the phone, I mean, that phone moves for some reason, and sometimes it works and sometimes it never works. So guess what? I promise you, that means it does work. If your life works and never works, it means it works. You understand? But if life never works, then guess what? Life then works. You understand? And that's a positive feel. Alright, so all you want to do is you want to make sure all the time that you're focusing on making sure you're giving money. You're making sure all the time that people can see what people are doing all the time. Whereas all the time, just focus on making sure you're very honest with people, and you're making sure all the time that you're living your life to the fullest. But my bank card works now, and since my bank card works, I'm making sure I'm always honest, I lie. I'm making sure that no matter what you guys can see, I'm still talking here, and I'm still recording my life. I'm recording the whole life of my documentary of everything. The whole day, I mean, the whole 24 hours of my day is recording. And that's it. I mean, everything's recording my life, mate. I mean, how? I record everything through audio. I mean, my next 72 years and more is recording in audio. So I'm just talking to you all day long. I understand there's no limits until I go away from this world. And now, guess what, from that point, there's no limits anyway. I understand, so what I do is I focus upon loving myself in different ways, and I make sure always I'm speaking to somebody. But when people are speaking to each other, they talk and then they stop talking. I mean, it's the worst thing when they're never talking to each other. In a sense, what you need to do is you need to focus upon understanding that they're absolutely smart, but they never talk to each other much. But what you need to do all the time is focus upon understanding. You need to go and focus upon understanding. I feel much more attractive anyway. So I focus upon understanding that what I need to do is love myself. So as I love myself, I breathe much more, and I focus upon doing something that is nice and beautiful for me. And that's it. I mean, in a sense, so what you're going to do is, I feel two ladies over here looking at me in disgust. So that's because they are that. You understand? So what I do is I'm much more attractive, and a little bit, I deserve a better life. I deserve to make sure that no matter what I do, I can straight away see how I'm attractive. I'm attractive because I'm always speaking to my life, I'm always understanding that I have much more to give. Because I have much more to give, I'm focusing on understanding something, but other people always believe that I'm talking to someone. And I am. I'm always talking to myself here. And that's the whole point, isn't it? I don't need other people to talk to. I just need to talk to you. And that's the whole point. The whole point is making sure that if you're feeling great about what you're doing, then look at Daniel Milivojevich's life. I'm having the best life. I'm learning very quickly upon how to make music and how to do life. I'm making sure that everybody can see my nice and beautiful content daily inside of my YouTube and everything with all my podcasts. Then I want to make sure that everybody can come and see somewhere in terms of life where I can just upload audios. And that's the case with me. If you understand something about my life, my audios are already inside of my Mega Drive. And because of that, I just lead people directly to my Mega Drive now, because I have events. And since I have events, since they can see where my content in terms of my audio programs are, which is the best thing for me in terms of life. Because guess what, now, anything else in terms of other people, that's different. But that's even going further for them. Now, do you want to go further for other people? You have to. You have to realize, do it. Go further for other people too. So that's different. But now I really see that. When you go further and further to expand your content everywhere, when you go further to help people to see where your content is. So what I want to do is I want to find an audio program or something. But on YouTube it's different. On YouTube it's just YouTube videos. And that's it. Actually, that's all it is on YouTube. But making sure all the time that I'm learning very quickly on how to succeed. So as I succeed, I reap rewards. I reap nice and different life for myself. And I make sure, I thank you boss. I make sure all the time I'm focusing on doing different. And because I'm different in terms of what I do, I'm letting my life be. I'm just doing something nice. I see how some Pakistani guy was acting very tough around me, man. I see a very tough, I see a very tough boy. I mean, every single day, just focus on making sure that since I'm always recording my life, I have a new life, man. And nobody else is doing that life. I mean, nobody else is recording themselves because I'm recording myself 24 hours a day with audio programs. Oh, I mean, that feels great to say because I teach you something there. And because my audio programs is always rolling, actually somewhere along the lines, what I do is I do video programs along the way. I make sure I'm getting ahead of the crowd regardless. And make sure either way, what I want to do is I want to find myself more popular in life because that's how I screen population in the way of popularity. So what I do now to succeed is now the outer suburbs is why that guy is promoting himself in outer suburbs. You understand? And that's why I'm understanding either way. I have to do the same. And either way, I realize it's much more how I feel. So what I need to do with my business cards is I put them directly on cars because if you place your business cards on walls everywhere, I mean, guess what happens? I mean, people can see it. Probably people can see it, but guess what happens? I mean, council workers come around and they fucking take it off you. I mean, they fucking chuck it in the bin right away because that's the council's property. But the property of other people's property, I mean, guess what you can do? I mean, you can walk to everybody's house. I mean, you can walk to everybody's house and put your business cards in there. I mean, put your business cards under everybody's door. And you can go door to door selling yourself. Which that's another promotion right here. And that's the best way too. So what I can do is I can walk 300 places and 300 houses around here. And I can walk around. And what I can do is I have the mailbox. I have the mailboxes. And now I just go whoops. I place in the mailbox everywhere. At people's houses. I put my advertisements and everything in their mailbox. And now I just do that. I just do that in my area here. And it's just 300 meters I have to walk. And guess what? I've reached 300 houses in 300 meters. And more. I mean, so either way, but what's important is to understand now the best ways of promotion is any kind of promotion that you can get. I mean, any kind of promotion of yourself is the best promotion of yourself. I mean, guess what? That's how it is. So what I do now is I realize that what's even better promotion is where more people are. And do you always want to go house to house promoting yourself with business cards? Probably yeah. Probably always. I go in any kind of area somewhere, and I just get the Uber driver to drive me maybe 7 minutes away from my house. And there's different houses. And I just go whoops. I fucking put my business cards everywhere, man. I put my business cards in their mailboxes. Or I should invite to this place. Invite to this place. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah. But now, if you place your promotion on their property, guess what happens? They take it away. They'll take it away. Understand? If you put your promotion on their fence, they'll take your promotion away. Why is that? Because they're jealous of you. That's it. You have nothing to worry about. Alright, so what I do now is I'm learning quickly upon how to promote myself quickly. I love that. So anyway, since my promotion is going strong, I understand that people around town are talking about me, and there are people coming. I'm probably sure there's somebody's coming. And either way, the first person that gives me money on the day, I'm pretty sure it's a paid event. Approaching is the word paid event. Approaching, it's a paid event. Approaching, that's it. I mean, it's a pay-per-view. Approaching, or else my event is a pay-per-view. I mean, saying, and that's it. I made a live pay-per-view, or I made a live event somewhere, and you have to pay to see me. I mean, you have to invest money in me to see me. But you don't pay, you just invest. You have to invest money. Now, since I'm learning very quickly with audio content as I go along, I'm understanding that I'm much more of an entrepreneur now. Now, I'm very strong upon what I do. But I just walk the block here. I walk the block very quickly. And I just go to Officeworks, and I have to go and promote myself around here now. I'll go and promote myself here now. And what I do first is I just go and advertise 300 business cards for now. And why is that? Because I feel I want to complete 300 business cards first and 300 promotions before I go print more. And that's it. I mean, there's no point fucking printing 1 billion business cards before you finish 1,000 business cards of giving them out. Like, just get 1,000 first and get 1,000 business cards and then fucking promote 1,000 and then get yourself another 1,000. I mean, never fucking give money for 1 billion fucking business cards before you finish promoting the first 1,000. I mean, fucking promote the first 1,000 and give it away, and then get the fucking next 1,000, and then get the next 1,000. I mean, and then make your way up to 1 billion like that. I mean, what's this? I see granny flat specialist. I see either way approach now. That's a promotion for this house to have some kind of specialist or granny flat around town, and what they're doing is just promoting some kind of granny flat, and they're actually renting it out. Approach, that's what it is. I can actually see it. I can see it's some promotion that people are promoting about their house here. And some guy fucking gave $500,000 to live 1 hour away from Sydney. But if you gave it an extra 300,000, he gets to live in the centre of CBD of Sydney. He just gives $300,000 more. Then he gets to live in the centre of CBD of Sydney. But he chose to give $500,000 to live 1 hour away from Sydney, instead of giving $300,000 extra to live in Sydney. I mean, so those are stupid people. So anyway, alright, so what I want to do is a little bit, but I make sure now I go to the toilet, I make sure I have to pee and poop. And now, of course, I never record myself peeing and pooping, but make sure you understand that I have some privacy here for myself. And while I'm showering, I always shower and I record myself as I shower. I record myself as I groom as well. I give you audio programs as I groom and shower. And you may have heard me doing showers and all that. So what I do is now, I'm always talking, making sure I'm moving away from this place. I'm moving away from my biological dad's house. And how is that possible? The words is how that's possible. See, the TV is on. Rush it now. Rush it when your TV is on over there. In terms of your biological dad's house or family house, the TV is open. Rush it when it's on. In terms of the TV, in terms of, let's say your family has a TV, and the TV is on, and you can see it's on. And you can see that my biological dad woke up because the TV is on. In terms of the television. Rush, either way, guys, just make sure you're never waiting to promote yourself, but make sure that you go and promote yourself right away. So when you want to go and do something nice and beautiful, you have to understand that if your voice is cracking, then it's because you're talking more, and that's it. I understand Dr. Wayne Dyer, when he was 33, has a different voice to when he's 50, and has a different voice over time. I can hear it in his actual audio programs. And why is that? Because he's talking more and talking more and talking more, and that's why. Whereas now, I feel other people, in terms of life, I can see it's much more how other people feel about me. And what they happen to do is they go into their husbands or wives or whatever, and they talk about me, about having $200 per ticket, while they have to go and work 8 hours to make $200. I make $200 per ticket to see me. And it's like you just come and give $200 to see me, and that's it. I never had to work for that money. I never worked for the money. I worked for Jesus Christ. But the money just comes. Within 1 second, you just hand over $200 to me in one deal. I never have to make it. I never had to make that at the 9 to 5 job. I make it all the time in a better way. But the thing is, when I was giving to the money, or when I was giving money to the bank over there, guess what was happening? Because I gave the money and I gave my tickets and I gave my nice and beautiful business card and promotions, I never lost by making sure you understand. They say it's $200 per ticket, but they're working 8 hours to make $200. And that's the difference between successful people and people who are losers. People who are losers have to work 8 hours a day to make $200. But people who are winners sell tickets at $200 per event to see the world and to give their story and whatever. And people give them money to be rich. So when I make an event and I make 100 people come to my event, I say $200 per ticket for everybody to see me. Or should I make $20,000 on the day? And I give tax money, so I make $8,000 on the day. But by the time those bank people make the money of $8,000, that's already, how much money is that? That's already 10 weeks of work for them. I have to drive 10 weeks and have to work many hours for that. In a sense, so with one of my events, with one of my events at Mount Is right now, at 100 capacity, I make $8,000 max and more. Whereas now, let's just say a nice and beautiful $8,000 divided by 200 is 40 days. 40 days times 8 hours is 320 hours. They have to work at the bank to make that money. But I make that money in 9 hours, in terms of 8 hours. But I'm doing better than that. I'm never limiting myself for anything. But I'm making sure you understand that since I went to this woman recently to actually promote myself, I understand that she wants me a lot. And now her husband is very jealous, and her mum is actually understanding that there is her mum and her sister and her. And I did promote myself to her. And now since that did happen, whereas all three can see me forever, and now they're wondering, am I going to go up to her or does she have to come to me? But of course, she has a husband, so they're saying that she wants to come to me. Because that's the thing. I never have to try to get her anymore. But now with them, it's more, they have to chase me. But with her sister, who's single, now this is the difference. One of them has a man and one of them is single. Now with the single one, it's more how they feel here. They feel that I have to chase them, but I never chase them. The thing is, they have to chase me. And now they're coming to the terms and conclusions here to eventually say that I'm more valuable than them in life. Because that's the case, they have to chase me. So if they're saying for you that you're more valuable than them, then they chase you. So you have to prove it to people that you're more valuable than them for them to chase you. Otherwise, they never chase you. In a sense, so that's the king. That's the thing. So if you want to have a king or queen in your life, then it's you. Every single day, promote yourself as the best in the world and promote yourself as the most attractive always. Always be that individual who studies upon life in different sequences of everything you do. So make sure you're always uploading contents online. You're making sure that you're going around the neighborhood promoting your business cards everywhere very quickly. And then you're enjoying yourself very quickly. Now, if people are at their house already, in terms of promotion, and they see you promoting yourself to them while they're watching you, just skip the house and go somewhere else. Never even promote yourself at that house because they see you doing it. If they see you doing it, they see your reactions. And if they see your reactions doing it while they see you, they never care about you. Why is that? Because they're very negative. And that's it. Now, all you do now is make sure that you are always delivering. Be delivering content that helps you move forward. There's nothing else. Nothing else do you have to do, but deliver content that's helping you move forward. And now I did sleep recently, just a nice and beautiful way of showing you that I did sleep to a certain period of time. But because I did sleep to a certain period of time, I'm understanding anyway that my nice and beautiful music works. And I'm learning very quickly upon how to actually just enjoy myself in what I'm doing. So as I enjoy myself, I feel that no matter what I do, that I study you and other people always to make sure I'm doing better. I have to be doing better all the time to make sure that my nice and beautiful music is evolving, but I see how exactly it evolves. And now the more I do it, the better for me. Because then I can make a 2-hour content very quickly, okay? I can go back into a previous attempt on my nice and beautiful files to make another track with my music track, to make another extension of this Dinotopia track. And that's what I want to do. I want to do it right away. I don't want to just make 1 hour of this one. I want to make it a bit longer. And that way I'm understanding either way that it works out for me. And I make multiple tracks of this track in different scenarios. And that's something I want to do in different segments. I can make different tracks. And I'm making sure I'm always elaborating on what I'm doing in daily life to succeed in different ways. Because that's how I feel. I feel different always. But the thing about me today is I learn very quickly upon what's going on. But I feel that. I feel that energy. And now since I feel the energy of life, I'm making sure I want to do a 3-hour scenario here and more. I want to make sure that I go and do much greater upon what I'm doing. So that way I'm learning very quickly upon how I need to go and do a greater job. And now as I do a greater job, I'm making sure that I can connect the stories together. I can connect my nice and beautiful stories together and show 2 scenarios of this. And now if I do that, actually now with my voice is something different. Actually it's a more connection. Which is more the connection of this. But the story is right there. Now what I want to do is move on. I want to just make one storyline here. So what I do with the previous one is make a new attempt to make an extension. I make an extension of this song to make sure it's a longer piece of music track. And then my nice and beautiful vocals come into play. And I make a progressive here of a nice and beautiful, let's say, 16-minute intro of my music. And people are like, ooh, I want to hear this. And I feel this. I feel this right now. So I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to make a 16-minute intro of Dinotopia. I love it. I want people to hear the different scenarios here. That's how you make music. And you make music differently always. So every single time, I understand that no matter what I do, I'm much more in excitement of you and everybody to focus upon living life to the fullest, guys. I'm very sure I live life to the fullest. I make sure that's what I want in my life, always in different scenarios. So I make sure I'm learning very quickly upon how my nice and beautiful life is happening. And since life is happening differently, I'm making sure I'm always learning something about how I make music too. And my music's coming out very soon. I Dinotopia, guys. Go and check it out. Now, I understand anyway that since I'm actually learning very quickly upon what I'm doing, I'm making sure that I have more enough of what I need to go and read the bank's information to you as well, to make sure that I can go and do greater upon what I'm doing. Because that's attractive to me right now. It's much more attractive to me about anything that's really, really physically attractive is that. And it's much more the words only. And that way I understand that's a dream come true. Every single day, I want that in eternity. I want that in eternity because I understand every single day I can achieve anything I want with Jesus Christ. With Jesus Christ, I can have any pleasure in the world. Is Jesus Christ and God able to give you pleasure again? In terms of physical world. Jesus Christ and God can give you anything you want. If you ask Jesus Christ and God to have these 2 in your bed, I promise you, at some time with Jesus Christ, it can happen. Jesus Christ can make it happen. I make sure these 2 women over here understand Jesus Christ understands me over here. I love life. This is sexy, man. I understand you. I want all these women over here. It's so sexy. I understand Jesus Christ saying that look there is just I have to enjoy myself, man. I'm making sure it's just so beautiful to promote other people too. So let it be. Kelly, man. Come on. You must understand, if you want to understand something about life, then understand to promote yourself daily and understand what you need. What you need is a good way. Come on. Jesus Christ is promoting me today. And if you're promoting yourself daily, and you're making sure that no matter what, that I can always DJ this in a way that I'm learning. And I'm always learning something about life. I'm learning something about freedom and courage today. Making sure I go groom myself now, and I go. I'm making sure you understand that now. Since I do meet my deadlines, it's because I talk that. I mean, if you want to always be never late, then be talking that. And you have to be talking that then. I mean, every single day of your life, you have to be promoting yourself. And that's the only promotion you need. I mean, the only promotion in today's life is to be able to promote yourself in different ways to make sure you're studying something. But every time you see your parents who are negative or who may be negative in your life, I mean, go and understand nobody's negative, but make sure you understand that no matter what, that you go and really, really promote yourself to the best kind of potential you can to give them something. So what I want to give my biological dad, since he's a material type of guy, is I want to go give him some soap. Jesus Christ understands I have to give him some soap. I'll say for him to wash his hands. I mean, he'll accept it. I mean, Jesus Christ understands my biological dad will start. When Jesus Christ understands that I go promoting my soap to my biological dad to wash his hands because he's a materialistic type of guy. And he'll accept it. And he'll accept it because he loves materials so much. So I cannot wait for that. I see Jesus saying, I cannot wait for that. I see him now. I too. Roshi, if you want to promote yourself, then go and do this now. I'll make sure that no matter what, that my nice and beautiful face over here, I have to go and brush my teeth. And I never record my audio while brushing my teeth. I mean, why is that? I mean, I feel necessary to go and brush my teeth. I let it be. I brush it. It's more how I feel. I feel that during my brushing of teeth, I just let it be. But now, during barber haircuts, I record. I mean, during service with other people, I record, always. I mean, anywhere where I give money, I record myself, where I give money. Rush it, always. Rush it, it's because I feel it's much more necessary for myself to promote a better way. So, that's how I actually understand that no matter what, I feel the nice and beautiful gist over here, that it works. Rush it, all works. So I'm understanding now, I'm always ahead of the game. Roger guys, now if your nice and beautiful music is going a long time and you're showing people different aspects of life, and that's the thing, I mean, show people different aspects of life within a 6-hour set of the same track in a different storyline and a different way of producing that music track is what you need to do. And put it all together, make that seminar or make that nice and beautiful way of life. And that's what we're promoting. I mean, we're promoting something different. So all together it becomes this fucking massive instrumental for life. And then guess what, either way, you're promoting different aspects of life. But if you want to coach people to say that it's your seminar level 1, well, they may say, what is that? And that's the whole point, yeah? And the whole point is a little bit that way. Actually, if you say personal development seminar, then anyway, actually they can see it's personal development. And but seminar level 1 interests people. I mean, that's even a better name, isn't it? Actually, yeah. I understand why. Actually, because they see seminar level 1. I mean, they see it's a seminar. But it's a level 1 seminar. I mean, what's that information behind here? I mean, guess what? I mean, that's very curiousness, huh? I mean, if you understand life, I mean, how are they going to relieve you to see exactly what is this unless they come to your event? And the whole point is understanding. If they say it's personal development, maybe they're level 1 personal development in their life. Because they understand personal development. And now, I mean, but seminar level 1 is different. Oh, Jesus Christ could say this. What the fuck is seminar level 1? That's a better sell. It's a better sell. And why is that? Because I have to open that information. So welcome to my seminar level 1. I mean, I keep going with this one. And I'll never be that way. Wait, what, bro? It's a seminar level 1. What the fuck is that? Oh, it's a level 1 seminar. I mean, what, bro? I said, Jesus Christ, consider. I swear to God, man. I said, it's level 1 seminar, man. Level 1. And I'm like,